bait and switch of the flapping wings turning out to be pigeons. Put enough ominous droning in the background and anything is scary. Although I will say good instincts there, Quinn, flapping wings equals bad. How about this play on words title too, huh? It's raining fire, but also the fire rains. It's good, it's so good.
Working a late shift, are you?
Ha! Someone's got to clean up after you guys.
I started working in the woods with my dad at 14, and I wasn't nearly as cool as Quinn when the other guys razzed me, which tells me I wouldn't make a good dragon slayer, and I'm okay with that. I've got no proof, but lighting a cigarette with a torch seems even unhealthier, so maybe these guys had it coming. Ooh, that's a sick wipe, taking the director's name away, and then it's just a pretty shot. Free beer at the end of the day, now that's a great boss.
Have you been smoking?
No, I told you, I only smoke when I've been drinking.
Yeah, I've got no shot against dragons.
Quinn, and what brings you to the asshole of the world?
You're passing through it. What's that make you?
Oh snap! Destroyed by a child. Seriously, young Quinn owns this world. The dragons should be scared of him. The way the flames spread is such a great setup for what's to come. It's not just fire. We don't see a dragon in full light until years later, but they aren't really hiding the dragon. It's neither a big reveal nor a I wonder what it is moment. We all know why we're here, to see scary dragons get pwned by several smoking hot beefcakes. No need to be coy about it, even if his size and true power is still a mystery. Yep, all in. Something about starting the story with the dragon escaping rather than just hiding underground is what sets this movie apart.
I saw the first, but soon the world saw millions.
Nice way of letting us know Christian Bale's a grown-up Quinn, and wait, millions? He said millions, right? That's insane. I definitely didn't remember that there were millions. Honestly, the fact that any human survived is crazy impressive, let alone the fact that a bunch of super hot, sweaty beefcakes made it. Okay, easy with the beefcake stuff. Me.
Burn the dinosaurs to dust, scorched the world clean alive, then starved, then slept.
That's a very believable and terrifying concept and just makes sense with what we think about dragons.
500 gallons per minute hits the walls.
Setting up the sprinkler system for later. Holy crap, Christian Bale's workout routine. Dude hadn't even been cast to play Batman yet and he's walking around with those pecs?
Edinburgh's gone.
Sucks about Edinburgh, but as long as Glasgow is still there, everyone can enjoy Celtic wiping the floor with Rangers.
I'm your best friend. And sometimes, even I don't like you.
I appreciate this pre-300 point in Gerard Butler's career where he was often cast as the handsome friend who will definitely die. Aw, I love that he shows the kids that he's okay.
I am your father.
This is so great because of course Star Wars and probably a bunch of other stuff like the MCU and Devil Wears Prada would get passed on like stories and myths to kids, which comes full circle since Star Wars is just Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, which itself is based on thousands of years of mythology and story building from around the world.
Did you make that up, Mr. Quinn?
Of course I did.
And obviously I'm taking credit for it. Starting to get the feeling that Jack Gleason is like Christian Bale's godson. No other reason Joffrey Baratheon would show up in this and Batman Begins.
What do we do when we see him?
Dig hard, dig deep.
Survival mantras becoming almost a religion is something I'm sure has been studied, but it's scary to think what it would do to kids' minds. Gosh, this first kill is so fast. Dragons are usually fast, but also sort of lumbering, and you're like, aw, sad he's gonna get burned. Oh my gosh, he's faster than his own fire breath. Just an insane kill. Never had a tomato worth that, especially because tomatoes are gross. I won't be taking any questions. Love the reveal of the fireproof suit. The way they've adapted to this world is so fun. Classic gunner action shot, but with a water hose. Dope translation for this type of battle. This isn't the only time I'm going to talk about it, but the dragon design is so good. They're so nasty. It's like raptor, snapping turtle, bat, skeksis, all the best guys. And just pure full tilt insanity. No matter how prepared they are, the humans are insanely outmatched and they always take losses. Whoa, solid kid reveal.
It's easier to square your shoulders and bear it when you don't have kids.
It's impressive that Quinn is so empathetic that he's focused on Eddie's pain instead of Eddie being a selfish jerk. Dang, time went hard. Getting some solid metal cover vibes. 50-50 on whether it's due to the Dragons or England fans. Definitely England fans.
Hey, Ballard, I got voices.
I like to think that Prince Nasir moved to the northern UK when the crap went down. Everyone's seen Syriana, right? My references aren't too niche, right? I'm sorry, I meant Kareem Nazir from Vertical Limit.
Get the bird and use the scope, you wanker.
Come on, though, if I'm being honest, I'm stoked to see Dr. Julian Bashir moving on from Jadzia and speaking his mind.
Marauders. Years since we've seen them. At least we're not alone.
What a bummer of a reality, but still optimism.
Only one thing worse than a dragon. Americans.
100% correct. But also, I'll admit it's a weird moment to feel national pride, but Vanzant makes me want to drink something, break something, and blast some Hardy. Can't explain it. I mean, on one hand, Vanzant is incredibly brave for just walking out there in the open unarmed. On the other hand, when you've stared down and killed dragons, a castle full of sweaty UK beefcakes isn't that intimidating. Also, he's got the tanks behind him. Plus, he's nuts.
Anything happens, you know what to do.
No, I have no idea.
Me neither.
What a realistic interaction. A perfectly menacing shot. The way Vanzant is standing so awkward. Yes, he's a good-ish guy, but with this shot, I'd just as easily believe he's the leader of a roving gang of cannibal skinheads. I mean, just the way he emerges from the tank would make me think he should be shot immediately. But really, he's just stretching and doesn't care what anyone thinks. At all. Ever.
It's a big tank.
Astute observations.
There hasn't been anything in the air for 20 years. That's their territory.
That's my territory. That's your territory. They're just renting it.
Badass line from a badass, let's say middle-of-the-road guy. Also smart to include your territory in the line.
Don't be a fool. We can do this easy, or we can do it real easy.
Dang, in a movie with some badass lines, that is a badass line, and even though it's the opposite of what everyone always says, it makes a whole lot more sense. Hard for you? Sure, but there won't be a you after, so it's pretty easy for me.
And that's when I had an epiphany. You see, they have great vision in the day. They have even better vision at night. But in the failing light, they can't focus. Magic hour.
I love this concept. It's one of the many things about this film that makes it all feel so thought out and real. Also, I can totally relate. I can't see crap at dusk, although I'm absolutely going to start calling dusk the failing light because I want my life to be as poetic and tragic as a Lincoln MKZ commercial. There are kids there that have only ever heard about choppers as legends. Would have been an ace card, so props to Vanzant for not using it when Quinn wasn't buying his story. He's smart enough to know he had to win Quinn's heart first. Snacks! We don't talk about delicious snacks in this channel enough. Tomatoes gross, apples delish.
I found him in a village near Bray. 3 years old. Sitting with his mum. He kept trying to wake her up. She'd been dead for days.
Bleak. I guess that's a staple of post-apocalyptic monster movies, and either way, it makes me like Quinn a whole lot.
What else was I gonna do?
Leave him. Husband, whatever.
Since Vanzant will prove that in about 20 minutes. We really don't deserve animals. They're way too cool to us. I mean, he's no eagly, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like that would never not be terrifying, something you just don't get used to.
And get ready to rock and roll! We got a dragon to kill!
I mean, it's not, come on you apes, you want to live forever, but it's pretty solid encouragement. I have no idea if this tech is legit, but it seems awesome. I mean, anytime someone triangulates stuff, I'm all like, yeah, that makes sense. Triangles, that's science, bitch. Dang it, she's so fast. These dragons are just so twitchy. I hate it. Nope. Goes without saying, but I would not care for this job. I mean, it's not the dumbest plan in the world. The whole Archangel plot is a really good encapsulation of the dire situation the world is in if this is a job opportunity. But honestly, I'd take it over being eaten or burned alive by a dragon. He really had a split second of peace/terror when she slowed down. You're a real one, Alvarez. Another epic death, and I'd like to think you'd instantly be turned to goo when you hit her mouth. Max terminal velocity for a human in the diving position is around 180 miles per hour. In the fanned out position, it's about 120, so even if she's moving on the low end at 100 miles per hour, she just caught up to a chopper. He's hitting her mouth at well over 200 miles per hour, thus goo. Could be worse is all I'm saying. Also, if anyone comments terminal velocity and gets, let's say 2,000 upvotes, I'll do it because it's the best 90s movie in history. This axe. Can't imagine what he needs that for, and yet I've never been happier to know that a man has a melee weapon to fight a dragon. This sequence is so awesome, and again, insanely intense. I love that Vanzant shoots right at Quinn and that Quinn has to dodge it. I think it's 50-50 whether Vanzant doesn't care if Quinn gets killed or whether he knows it's the only way to hit the dragon and that Quinn is up for the job and will dodge it. Finally, a close-up on her, and they wrecked that dragon. If you fell to the earth that fast, you'd have a few things snapped as well. Feels like a side of dragon slaying we rarely see. Also, those are some pointy teeth, no thank you. I know Vanzant is about to crush all our spirits, but bopping Hendrix and lighting the night up has never made more sense. These people are in a living nightmare. You couldn't pay me to stay quiet. I can honestly say I have never entered a room and looked that cool.
1 dragon down, 3 men dead. Oh yeah. We might just be getting somewhere in about 320 years. Personally, you disgust me.
Harsh, but fair. Also love that Vanzant has tears in his eyes the entire time. Is he a thoughtful, empathetic man, or just absolutely unhinged to the point of pure rage?
Bury our dead at dawn.
Also definitely a top 5 agony scene song. What a gorgeous but simple shot through a graveyard that silently nails home the devastation.
I lead you. You follow.
Pretty tough words coming from a guy who jumps directly into a dragon's mouth later.
We figure they're like fish. The females spawn the eggs. One male passes over and fertilizes thousands.
Nice.
I'm trying to keep him alive.
You're just letting him die slower.
I hate to break it to him, but all living is dying slow. We generally enjoy it.
Eddie, what you doing? You got kids, man. That's why I'm going greedy. That's why.
You know that person that just always makes the worst decisions? That's Eddie. I've got kids, that's why I need to die needlessly, because of my kids. I swear it makes sense, and I'm not a selfish jerk who puts everyone's safety at risk. It's totally for my kids.
The volunteer section of this campaign's now over. It's time for the draft. Tito, Meade, get the 6 strongest men they have and load them up. Dig your own holes. Die in them.
I love this moment because it shows that Vanzant has, in fact, lost it. And I get it. With what he's seen, the fact that he's not just perpetually curled up in a ball is a miracle, or maybe a curse. But it takes a special kind of delusion to kidnap the 6 strongest people from a group and then say, dig your own holes, die in them, to the remaining members like it's their fault you have a crappy plan that's gonna get everyone killed. Because, spoiler alert, he gets everyone killed. Batman versus... How has McConaughey not been a superhero yet? Does Russ Cole count? Dallas from Magic Mike? Whatever. Batman should have had this, but he doesn't do well against the crazies. Just doesn't know how to deal with them. And you thought you were afraid of dragons. Maybe the real fire rainer was the humans all along, eh? Or maybe just Vanzant. Seriously, dude is a monster. Listen to the noises he makes.
That's what we need.
He's gonna bring it back here!
He is, and he does.
He would have killed you. He doesn't feel things. That's the only way he can do what he does.
We said that, didn't we say that? We said that. Curse. It's a curse. The period of time where if you needed a woman to confusingly flirt with the protagonist while being in a complicated relationship with someone else, you cast Isabella Scorupco. She did it the best. What? How are you gonna take Bird Guy? Really nails home how much they're screwing over the compound. Bird Guy and his bird are main components of their defense. Eddie can die.
That dragon smells like shit. You're gonna burn it? I love it. I hate the smell of their dead. It's the only thing that scares them.
The smell of dragon carrion meaning safety for humans is such a grim and wonderful concept. Hugging. I know we always win it, but sometimes it really gets you. Oh, okay. Where's John Hurt when you need him?
Should we set the triangulators?
No time. Man the 50 cal, lock and load, cut the engines and take your position.
I love that at this point we really can't tell if Vanzant's bloodlust has taken over his logic or if he's realized he walked into a trap. Because either way, they're about to get wrecked. So many things happening that make the dragons even more terrifying. You know they're flying overhead because their wing sounds make humans pee themselves, and then when he gets close, he's kicking up sparks, and also every dragon we've seen has holes in their wings because they've been in and won so many battles with humans. Oh, also the fire that kills everyone, that too. Just pure terror, and I love it. Did we mention Julian's fit? The guy never misses. This is the stuff right here. These are the shots from the director Rob Bowman and his DP Adrian Biddle that really sets the tone in a special way. The fog and wind blowing the embers and little flames around. Biddle shot Aliens, Event Horizon, and would go on to DPV for Vendetta as well if you couldn't place why his name sounded familiar. He knew this atmosphere well. This movie has tons of creepy moments, but something about a dragon sneaking up to the castle genuinely might give me nightmares. I really just can't get enough of windy sparks. Like, I have to guess it sucked to film in, so thanks, Christian. The shake of the camera, just perfect touches. What a shot this is anyway. Self-sacrifice. The early 2000s were a rough time for comedic best friends. Thank God the Tomorrow War came out when it did.
What do we do when we sleep?
Christian Bale is one of those celebrated actors that still doesn't get the credit he really deserves, and this moment is such a realistic gut punch in the Dragonpocalypse movie.
You're right.
Contrition. I don't know how McConaughey keeps tears in his eyes this entire movie, but it lands. And now we know for sure what radicalized Joffrey.
Well, this town's going to hell.
Ah, take that, the Royals. So many disturbing things. The way they blend into the destroyed landscape, the swarm of dragons, and the sounds they're making are nightmare-inducing. It's just too many dragons, and then seeing the male dragon in comparison really nails home how small humans are and how big the big boy really is.
You lead. We follow.
Warms the heart.
Life's got a funny way of turning that different though, don't it? Yeah.
Amazing how just a nod and look can say, we're probably not both surviving this.
He's gonna make another turn. When he does, I'm gonna tell you that he's water. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate.
It's water!
Great reveal. I've never been in this type of life-threatening situation, but anytime I've been in any type of life-threatening situation, I never thought, you know what would make me react better? Alcohol. Maybe Vanzant isn't as crazy as we thought. Yeah, Quinn had it right.
He's playing hide and seek.
More like cat and mouse.
He's toying with them, smacking his tail down right next to Quinn. It's 2 seconds, but that look Christian Bale gives says all the things it needs to say. He thinks he's gonna die, he's disappointed in himself for dropping the arrows, he's embarrassed, he wanted to avenge his friends, he kinda knew this would never work, and now he has to go get the arrows and probably die. All the things. In 2 seconds. Did I mention Matthew McConaughey's workout routine? Here's the movie, folks. We all saw it in the trailer, and we had to know how Vanzant jumps like 30 feet while pumping his axe. Some real Dancing in Highsmith vibes here. What's bananas is that it doesn't even feel out of character. Obviously, his intention was to be a distraction, but either way, this is Vanzant. Hubris, obsession, mixed to form stupidity. I'm not sure if he thinks he won't get down the ladder in time, probably true, or if he honestly doesn't want to. Or maybe he thinks he's genuinely gonna axe the dragon in the face and then ride its corpse to the ground. But it's shocking, brutal, and funny as hell in a Deep Blue Sea kind of way, and exactly what would happen in real life. Either way, badass dumbass good guy. Even with an Ulrich's Mauser T-Rex or the 8-gauge elephant gun graboid killer, I don't think I'd face down old Big Boy. Solid bravery points. Just love the way the two liquid chemicals drip out of his mouth, igniting. Faced him down and blew him up. Badass good guy. The little head fall, got him.
Speaking French. But don't come to me, I'm lousy at French.
Apparently Christian Bale can speak French. Stupid, talented, attractive, smart guy.
It's been, what, 3 months since we saw the last one? If they come, they'll burn, we'll build. Maybe I'll just kill them.
See, dying slower isn't so bad. Yeah, I would've grabbed that bad boy too. Rain of Fire is why cavemen chiseled walls. This movie is perfect, literally perfect. That's at least my memory of it from when it came out. I've recommended this movie to countless people as a forgotten classic, so when it came time to do this video, I was a little nervous that it wouldn't hold up. And it kind of pretty much holds up. It's not flawless the way I remembered, but it's pretty dang great. Most of the effects are killer, especially for a movie that is 21 years old. Wow, that makes me feel old, especially considering Bale and McConaughey are both younger in this than I am now. Cool, very cool. Honestly, my biggest complaint is that I want more. A tight 90 is usually everyone's dream, but I can tell there's more story left in the screenplay. We get a taste of every relationship, but we're often told things that don't quite add up, like Quinn and Creedy are besties, but we just have to trust that. Vanzant goes from sorta goody to screw you, I'm taking the men wicked fast, and even this line from Alex,
You always thought you could do it.
feels like it's from a movie where Vanzant had been there for months at least. It all still works though. It's a monster B movie with A-list actors and production. Cool dragons and Bale plus McConaughey. And I already loved Unchristian, but man, Matthew McConaughey really does something special in this movie. He's scary and weird and also genuine and sincere in a weird way. So, short of giving me a longer movie, give us a sequel. I know that's kind of a sin to say about an original IP like this, but there's so much more of this world to explore. Honestly, they could do sequels, prequels, side-by-side quills. I'm all in. And even if I had minor issues with the character writing, the foundation of the story is top tier and well thought out. Dragons eating ash, the archangels, the whole can't see at dusk thing, even the way they create fire. I love it when I can turn my brain off for a film, but I'm not distracted by how stupid it is, and I love when I don't have to. This film is fun, scary, and just full-on entertainment. And with a different take on a dystopian future, it's nice to pound some Twizzlers and Dr. Pepper while not feeling like I'm watching a movie that covers the exact same territory as a billion others. Plus, beefcakes. Next week, a movie that's the opposite of this one in every single way, or just one, it's new.
I need you to stay right here. Now, when Quinn and I make a move, it's gonna draw him off, and I don't think this son of a bitch can count.
What if he sees our feet? Elk don't know how many feet a horse have.